지나방어망여자 전나려와 자투세 between tulinda wamukwa katonalesa ateke waliyo ateke walala no it's not take some. Hey, hi lovely people, how are you today? How is everyone today? Are you fine? Today we are going to cut a dress, and these are the measurements we need. I'm using these measurements here, so let's see what we need and then we shall start. And I need this ruler as well. Okay. So you're most welcome, everyone watching. Yes, my name is Grace. We are going to make a red carpet dress. I'm using this as my pattern paper today. Yes. And what? And what? So let me take a cup of food and start. Okay, so we are going to begin. Sorry for that delay. So how is everyone today? Good evening, good morning. I don't know where you're watching from. You can tell me there in the chat where you're watching from. Yeah, so we are going to start. We are making a dress and we are going to use these measurements here. So I'll place this here and I need my dress to be so long. The real height is 60 inches. So I'll add some 3 to 4 inches hemming and all that. Okay. So I'm going to draw this as my starting line. Okay. This is going to be my starting point. So this is our shoulder line. Shoulder line. We shall start with a front pattern. So the shoulder, where is the shoulder measurement? Shoulder is 16. We divide our shoulder by 2, which is 8 inches. So shoulder divided by 2 is 8 inches. So I'm going to measure the vertical measurements. Shoulder to bust is 12. Shoulder to under bust is 16. 16 is here. Shoulder to waist is 20. Shoulder to waist is 20. Shoulder to hip is 29. I'm going to open this up. This is 20. Here we have 20. This is shoulder to waist is 20. Shoulder to hip is 29. Okay. Then the full length is 60 inches. 29 is here. I'll go down. 29. The full length is 60 inches. On those 60 inches, I'll add up like 4 inches. Yeah. 4 inches more. So it's going to be 62. I'll take 62 as my length, full length. Let me cut off this part here. To avoid confusion. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same measurements on this side. Here I'll take my shoulder to bust 12, shoulder to waist 16, shoulder to waist, shoulder to under bust is 16, shoulder to waist 20, shoulder to hip 29, 29, and shoulder to full length is 64. I'll take it again. 60 plus 4 inches, which is 64. Forgive me, my waxing space might not be as big, but I need to manage. So I'm going to make these lines. So this is the bust line. This is the under bust line. This is the waist line. This is the hip line. And the full length we shall make it later. Okay. So we measured already our shoulder measurement divide by 2. I told you shoulder divide by 2, I have 8. So use your own measurements, okay? So I come here and mark 8. I'm going up by 1 inch. Remember, this dress has sleeves and the person wants it comfortable. So I'm not going to go up by 2 inches as I always do. I go up by 1 inch. I want my sleeve to be as free as possible. So now this is our chest line. This is our bust line. Under bust, waist, hip. Okay. So we are going to take our shoulder, our neckline. We need a neckline of, let's take 4 inches in the front by 3 inches down. 4 inches by 3 inches. So you shall get your rule and put in your neckline. Place your ruler as you want it to be placed. Let me just do here like this. Can I place it? Oh my goodness. I'll place it from here to here. Okay. So that's my front neckline. I'm going to come here down by 1 inch. And after coming down by 1 inch, I make a shoulder slope like this. So I'm going to join this line. Remember, I marked 8 inches here and 8 inches here. So when I make this, it must be aligned. So I join like this. After that, I'm going to measure here. I have 10 inches here. I'm going to divide by 2 and come in here by 0.5 inches. So I'm going to get my bust measurement, divide by 4. My bust divide by 4 is 11.5 without seam allowance. So it's my bust divide by 4 is 11.5. The same applies for our bust line. So whatever measurement you use on the bust line is the same measurement you use on the chest line. So I'm going to get my curved rule and make sure these 3 points connect. So I'll come here like this and connect the points together. So this is my armhole. Okay. So I'm going to get my nipple to nipple measurement. In this case, I'm going to use 4 inches. Nipple to nipple 4 inches. So I'm going to mark 4 inches on all the lines, including the full length line. Okay. So I'm going to mark 4 inches as well. Here. I'm just marking after some, I'm not. So I'm going to make a straight line. From down to up. Capturing all these lines together. All right. So we are going to take a dart. I want to cut this in a princess cut way. Okay, so I'm going to come on my waistline and make a dart of 1 inch, 1.5 inches. So I'm taking in 0.5 towards the center and 1 inch towards the side. I measure this dart by getting the difference from my bust to my waist. That's what I use to measure the dart. So if you have been following my videos, you know how I come here. So I'm taking a dart of 1.5 inches, 0.5 towards the center and 1 inch towards the side. Okay, so on that bust line, I'm going to go down by 1 inch. Here is my curve tool. And after going down by 1 inch, I'm going to connect this here and this here. So after doing that, I'm going to divide this line by 2. So I'm going to place my measuring tape around this line. So I have around 12.75. So half of 12.75 is what I'm going to use. 12.75 divided by 2. So I'm using half of this measurement. So I'm turning this around, and this is the point here. So after getting the point, this point here, I'm going to get my curved rule and place it here and come from this point to here like this. After doing that, I'm going to bring my measuring tape and take 1 inch divided by 2, 0.5 down and 0.5 going up. So after, I'm going to connect these lines back. Oh my goodness. I'm going to connect these lines back like this. Okay, so we have a dot here on that line. So for this dot here, remember this armhole is shortened. I'm going to add 1 inch here. This 1 inch is not sewing allowance. It's to compensate for this dot. You see there is a space here. It's going to compensate for that dot here. So I add 1 inch. Then I'll add the 1 inch of sewing allowance. Okay. So now I'm going to come on my under bust line. My under bust is 41. 41 divided by 4 is 10.5, 10.25. So under bust divided by 4 is 10.5. Let me take 5. So I'm going to get this measurement here, which is 1.5 inches, add it, and also add 1 inch for sewing allowance. This measurement, I've compensated it here, and 1 extra inch for sewing allowance. So I'm coming on my waistline. My waistline is 40 inches. 40 divided by 4 is 10. 10 plus this is 1.5 inches plus the sewing allowance. Okay, so I'm going to take this line up to down and this line up to down. So on this center part, I'm going to measure 0.5 and here 1 inch. I'm taking this line just straight to down. I'm taking it straight, just straight. So I'm going to get my rule and rule this down, this line up to down, and this side as well, up to down. Come here as well, take it down and also take it down. This is more than 1 inch. I've exaggerated the measurement. So I need to reduce it to be exactly 1 inch. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my hip measurement. My hip is 53. 53 divided by 4 is 13.25. Hip is 53 divided by 4 is 13.25. So my hip measurement is 13.25. I'll take 13.5 plus 1 inch, which is 14.25. All right. So I'm going to get my ruler and connect these lines together. And connect the lines. Hey, wait. wait. I said hip is 13.25. I did not add this measurement, yet I was supposed to add it. This is 1.5. I'm supposed to add it. Sorry about that. So you must add your allowance. Okay. So it's like this. So this is what, 16 inches. Okay. So when we go down, the same measurement we have here is what we are going to take on the skirt, on the dress length. So it's 16 inches. 16 inches is this here. So I'm going to come marking 16 inches. All right. So from here, I take it straight down. All right. So we have our dress. It's long as that. It is very long. Yeah, because the person is tall. The owner of the dress is tall. So one thing we have to add, I need to add here some inches because it's an A-shaped dress. So I'm going to come out here by 5. I'm going to come out by 5 inches on this line. So those 5 inches, okay. When I'm cutting here, it's not going to be so sharp. I'll get a way to cut here in a smart way. Yeah. So this is our pattern, the front pattern. I'm going to cut it out and see what to do next. Where did I put my scissors? All right. So we added 5 inches on the side of the dress. On the outer side, so we are going to add them also back on the center side of the dress. Remember, we already added sewing allowance. On the side. I need to cross-check this measurement before I split off. My bust divide by 4 is 11.5. 11.5 plus this 1 inch plus sewing allowance. Okay. I did not leave sewing allowance on the shoulder. I'll do that when I'm cutting on my fabric. So I'm not done with this pattern yet. I need to put up a bust dart here. So I'm taking a bust dart of 1.5 inches on this line. So I'll take 1.5 here. Okay. So I just cut this part down. All right. So remember, this is our waistline. Waist. This one. So on this fabric, I have some excess here. I have some excess fabric, not fabric, excess pattern paper, sorry. So I'm going to align this like this. Okay. So you remember on this side, we added 5 inches here. So we are going to come on this side and add 5 inches as well. So from here, I'm adding 5 inches. and I'm taking it back to the waistline. Okay. Okay. So I told you yesterday you can come up here by 1 inch and shape this back, or you can do it when you're almost done, when you're finishing. So I'll not do it now personally, but you can decide to do it at once when you're cutting your pattern. But I prefer, personally, I prefer to do it after sewing all of it and shape my dress down at once. Okay. So we are done with the side part of our dress. We are done with the side front. This is the side front. Let's see the center front. So for the center front, we are again going to come from the waist and connect something to down here. So let me see if this paper is enough to do what I want. I'll just place this on top. So I'm just going to place this on top of this. So we are taking measurements from the waist. The upper part, we don't need it. All right, so we are taking the 5 inches as well down. So the length here is not so complete, but we shall add it on when we are cutting our dress. So it's 5 inches. So I'm going to get my ruler from the waist and take down to make sure I connect to these 5 inches here. Okay. So for the front part, we shall cut it on fold. When we are cutting, it will be on fold. Okay. So this is our center front part. So we are done with the front pattern. We are going for the back pattern now. So our front pattern is done. This is our side front and this is our center front. For the center front, we are supposed to cut it on fold. Okay, we are supposed to cut our front on fold. So we are now going to cut the back pattern. I'm going to use this paper, but will it be enough? That's my question. Will this be enough? I need to join different pieces to make up for the length, because this dress is long. 64 inches I need going down. So I have to join it to make up for that length. Okay. I think this will be enough. It must be. I don't just think, it should be enough. I need 64, so yeah. 64. They're almost to here. It's enough. It's enough. Though I'll need to widen it up a bit. So first of all, we are taking out the 2 inches for the sewing allowance. For the zip allowance, rather. No, I'll take up 1.5 inches. Because what I don't have, the pattern paper is small, I'll not take too much. So I'm going to take 1.5. 1/2. I'm taking 1/2. 1/2. 1/2. 1/2. 1/2. So if you have pattern paper, you can take out 2 inches and leave it for zip allowance. But I'm trying to minimize my pattern. Maximize, minimize. You know, English is also not easy. Yeah? English is also not easy. So, minimize or maximize, I don't know. So this I'm taking away is zipper allowance. I've measured off 1.5 inches. I'm leaving it to cater for my zipper allowance. This is the back pattern, my dears. All right. So we are going to make our starting point, which is this. Why isn't my marker not working well? Let me close this and see this side. Huh? Who went outside? Where? I don't know. Where? Out. Where? Out. So we are going to get our neckline. We use the neckline of 4 inches. 4 inches wide. So I want this neckline to be deeper, maybe 11 inches. But I'll come back to that. I'm not going to put it, I'm not yet decided. So I'll just mark it, but I'll not indicate it, okay? I'll not cut out. So we have our shoulder measurement, which was 16 divided by 2 is 8. Mind you, we are starting measurements from this line. Yeah, this don't touch. So it's 8 inches. And we come down here by 1 inch and make our shoulder slope. Okay, so now we are going to put in our vertical measurements. Our bust measurement on the vertical line is 12 inches. Bust is 12 inches. Waist is 16 inches. No, bust is 12, waist, under bust is 16, waist is 18. Hip is 29. 29. And full length we are using 64. come on this side, take the same measurements, 12, 16, 20, 29, 29, 64. Make the lines. This marker will not work. Give me a minute. Okay, let me use this. I think it's the paper problem. Yeah, because I see this one also is light. So this is our hip measurement. And this is our full length. So we are coming on the bust line and measuring our shoulder measurement. Why I measure the shoulder measurement here, I want this line to be in alignment with this. I'm coming up by 1 inch. I told you I'm coming up by 1 inch because the owner of this dress wants the arm free. So I'm going to connect this point to this one. Okay, so this is our back armhole. I'm going to divide by 2, and after dividing by 2 I get the center point. So for our bust, the real bust is 45 divided by 4 is 11.25. I'll take 11.5. So I'm going to measure the 11.5 here. Okay, this is 11.5. So for the back armhole, we don't go in, we just connect from the center to here. So this is our back armhole. Okay, I'm going to add 1 inch sewing allowance. Okay, so I'm going to take again 4 inches as our nipple to nipple. 4 inches as the nipple to nipple measurement. I'll take it all the way through to down. After, I'm going to make a straight line to connect these points together. So I'll place my ruler and try to connect these points. All right. Okay. So let's mark. This is bust line. This is under bust. This is waist. This is hip. And the rest is full length. So I'm going to come on my waistline and take a dart of 1 inch, 0.5 on each side. Okay, so I'm taking this dart up to the bust line. And from this line, I'm taking down, I'm taking it down in a straight line. My goodness, what measurements? What did I use? Okay. All right. So I'm taking my underbust. Let me take my waist measurement first. My waist was 40, which is 10, divided by 4 is 10 inches, plus 1 inch for the dart, plus 1 inch. So wing allowance. Underbust was 41. 41 divided by 4 is 10.25. Really? Yeah, 10.25. 10.25 plus this one is what? It's 0 point something something something, 0 point something something plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. Bust measurement was 11.5. Okay, plus 1 inch. Then hip measurement was 13.25. 13.25. I need to add something here. Give me a minute and I add something on this line. So on our hip line, we are taking 13.25. So it's 13.25 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So whatever we have here, is what we are going to use down here. Okay. So now we are going to connect our pattern. I'll come from down here, going up. Okay. Now we are going to join here as well. Let me first cross check this line. It was what? It was up 10.5. And the bust was 10.5, which is this, plus 1 inch, 11.5, plus okay, we shall take this. So I'm going down again, and I want to add 5 inches here. So I'm coming out by 5 inches. Okay. So I'm not yet decided for this neckline what exactly to do. If the time comes for deciding completely what to do with this, because I've not yet got the net I wanted, I'm still checking for it. So I'll just put it in, but I'll not cut the neckline out. Yeah. I'll just leave it as this. So when it's time for cutting, I'm not cutting this. So, and let me put the zip allowance from up. So for the zipper, I'm going to come here out by 1.5 inches. Come on the waist and come in by 0.5 inches. Come on the hip, take back 1.5 inches. I'm not going to decrease on the inches here because it's not a pencil dress, so it really doesn't matter so much here. So I'm just going to bring this down here and all right. So we can as well come here and take off 1 inch from here and do this. This is to avoid gapping on your pattern. This is just to avoid zipper bulging on your pattern. As I told you, I'm not yet decided on how to make my neckline, so I'll first leave it. I'll leave the neckline part now, but I need to add 5 inches here and 5 inches here, as I have been doing. So remember, we are adding it from the waistline. Okay. So you can do this and cut it direct on your fabric without going through the hassle of the pattern. You can just do it on your fabric without the pattern, but I prefer pattern. So it's a matter of preference. What do you prefer? If pattern works for you, do that. If cutting direct cut works for you, also you can do that. Why I like pattern is you can do correction, eh? But once you've cut on your fabric and it's wrong, you cannot correct. Whatever is done is already done. So I prefer pattern. So we are taking this to the waistline. Okay. So 5 inches. Huh? So we are done with one side. So we are going to do the center parts, and that will be it. So again, we are taking it from the waistline. We are adding 5 inches from down and joining to the waistline. So I had a piece of paper. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So 5 inches as we have done before, and we are going to join up. So when we are cutting on the real fabric, we shall add some inches here. Yeah. So this is our back pattern. When we sew it, it's supposed to be like this. Okay. Supposed to be like this. So here, I told you I will align properly when I'm done completely. So this is our pattern. I did not cut here because there is something I've not got. If I don't get it, I might change the neckline. So that's why I've not cut that part. So tomorrow I'll check with the supplier. If they don't have, I'll have to change the neckline on the back parts. That's why I did not cut it. So let me keep my pattern, and I'm going to sew the dresses I cut yesterday. So this pattern I'll put aside. I'll cut it tomorrow. I'll cut it tomorrow. I need to clean here, then put what I'm going to sew today. Alright, at least I must finish one dress today. Yeah, at least one. I'll begin with a baby dress. All right. So this is the bow for the baby dress. Okay. I did not cut the net. I need the net on the inside, but I'll do that later. I'll put in the inner part later. So this dress is the same design for the baby and for the adult. The same design, the same sewing technique, everything is the same. So yeah, it's not different. So let me thread. I'm using these threads. I have very many bobbins, but getting a bobbin that fits is not easy also. So that's not the bobbin of the, maybe that one I just bought. It's not the bobbin of the machine. There are those that you use and they don't do anything at all. So let me try these two. Whichever works, works. I just bought them, but some don't thread at all. Some don't thread at all, at all. So always iron Always iron. Yes. Should I begin with this bow? Okay. Let me begin with the bow. So before you start even sewing, know how you're going to, which finishing technique you want to use. Okay, so know if you want to use zigzag, if you want to use your serger, if you want to use what is it, French seam. So always have that in mind before even starting. So we are placing the wrong sides, the right sides facing each other. So I'm going to sew around this. I'm going to sew around and leave some space where I'll open to turn it on the other side. If it was not hard fabric, I would have used interfacing, but good enough, this fabric is hard enough. It is hard enough. So I will open from this side. I'll not open from the upper side because the upper side is the side that is showing. Okay, or we can leave here around one side because it's where we are going to fold from. Okay, let me leave a space here. So I'm going to mark where I'll not sew. Where is my chalk? Where is my white chalk? Funny, when you're not looking for something, you see it. When you reach time to want to use it, you don't see it. Now what do I do? When you don't want to use something, you see it. When you want to use it, you don't see it. Let me use this color. It's okay. So I'll leave a space here. Okay. So let me even sew from the side that I've marked. I need to put some bit of tension on this thread. If it's not hooked in enough, the threads look loose. Okay, I'll use this. Okay. Then I'll jump here, leave the space I said, and start again. When you reach the corner, just leave in your needle and turn. Here in the beginning, the threads were not so straight. I'll take it again The threads were a bit loose. Okay, I think it's better now. All right, you're going to turn this inside out. This is really hard fabric. It's really hard. Wait a minute, I need something here. There is something I used to turn. Where is it? Where did I put it? I hate looking for things. 180. Can't find it. Okay, see. Let me use this. With this, you open it up. You come and pinch here. You close. Then so this will help you a bit to push from the inside. Okay, I think we have reached the tip, so you can release it. All right. So one side is already out. Let's look at the other side. So just push it as you see me doing, and when I'm sure I've reached the end, I'm going to press down so that it releases and I take it out. Okay. All right. I think I'll use this without this. Let me just turn it. All right, this is what we have. So we are going to iron it out. We are going to iron it out first before we see how it comes out. Ironing here, iron it then. So it's very important to press because it straightens your seams, makes everything right, and makes your dresses look professional. It gives a professional look. So please, you can say hi to me in the live chat. Where are you watching from? Yes, you can tell me I'm watching from such and such a place, in this region, in this part of the world. I'm in the UAE. Where are you from? So you can chat me up. I'm trying to place my bow here. I told you it's important to have a neat finishing. So pressing is part of the neat finishing. In case you did not know, you have to press your seams. Makes your dresses look professional, look good. So wait for me a minute. I first finish pressing here, then come again and start from where I've stopped. So I'm almost done with pressing, giving it just a minute. Then I'll show you our results. All right, so we are done with the pressing. Now what we are going to do, I'm going to close here. I'm going to close here. You can use your hand stitch and close, or you can use your thread, but I think I'll use a hand stitch. I'll do that later. I'll use a hand stitch and close because this color is a bit different. The color is a bit darker, so I'm not going to close here now, but I'll close later. So this is how our bow is going to be. It's going to be placed like this. You're going to fold it in like this, and this is going to be like this on the back of our dress. So as I've told you, close here with a stitch. You can make it detachable, you can make it not detachable. Okay, so this is how it will look. Yeah, these are two pieces. Okay, so our bow is done. Let me join the other part of the dress. I'll start with the dress itself, then do the lining. So this is the back part. This is the back, and this is the back. So this is the front. We added a sewing allowance of 1 inch in this dress. So when you're pinning, make sure the sewing allowance is 1 inch. Okay? And I told you, if you're making your dress, make a plan before how you're going to finish it. If you're going to use a French seam, do it in the beginning. Don't first sew it and think after doing it and say, oh, I was supposed to use this method. Have it at the back of your mind. And since this fabric is hard fabric, I'm not going to use a French seam. I'll finish with my zigzag. It will still look neat because it has a lining on the inside, so that will not be a problem. So I'm going to use the 1 inch I left for sewing allowance. Pin. So we are going to sew our dress. The side seams first. Take this part slow as possible because there is a curve here, so you have to go slow to get it right. Wait a minute. I'll leave the pins and I'll take it around slowly, little by little. So we are supposed to iron out the seams and to lay our dress flat. Okay, but I'm going to first sew this side as well, then do that. Calling me, who is calling me at this time? Let me check this one. Maybe I end the live here. I'll come back again to finish because I'm going to come back again. I need to do something first. Someone is calling me. They'll call me later. Let me first finish this. So okay, let's just continue. I thought someone calling me. It's some. So let's continue and finish this, then I'll go later. So we are going to close this part as well. So I told you whatever allowance you left. Remember the sewing allowance you left. Oh my goodness. Whatever sewing allowance you used is what you're supposed to use when sewing. My thread got out. Going to come to remove some excess, then notch. It's calling me like this. Huh? My goodness. You come and notch on this part. You're supposed to notch on this part. And be careful so that you don't break your threads. After this, we are going to open our seams and iron out our dress. So we are going to iron out. I can't get, how are you? We are going to iron out. I'm going to come back. I don't know, someone is calling me seriously. I'm going to close. I'll come back on this live sometime because I must do this dress and finish it today itself. Today itself. So what I'll do, I will do that when before I even come back. I'm going to open these seams and iron out. Then I'll close them. I'll do finishing on them. But first I'll open it up and iron them out. Let me first see who wants me. And then I'll be back. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. You will be notified when I put up a new video. Yeah, have a good bye. I'll be back soon, very, very soon.